Out here on the prairie, nice facility here to see some basketball. The tip is up and goes to Hamlin's side. Hamlin will be facing us, coming towards us here as we're seated in a crow's nest type situation, and Sioux Valley, wearing dark, will be going the other direction. Hamlin has the ball. They are moving it around the perimeter. They get it down low, kick it out to Kessler from the right wing for three. That's in and out, rebounded by Stevens. Stevens pushes the ball down the court, passes it off to Vincent on the left wing. At the top of the key is Rodden. Rodden looks to direct some traffic. Stevens drives into the lane with a layup for two. And that's our first points of the game with 7:30 to go. We've got Sioux Valley 2 and Hamlin nothing. So Sioux Valley puts on a full court press. Hamlin gets the ball down low to number 15. Bryn Alson, who turns around with a 5-foot jump shot for two. That ties the ball up, ties the game up. Sioux Valley pushes the ball down the court. Vincent takes a long look at a three, and that's off of the back of the rim. Hamlin moving the ball quickly around the perimeter and into a cutting number 4, Lexi Wadsworth, the senior. She scores. That gives Hamlin the lead. Sioux Valley pushes the ball down the court. Rodden drives into the lane, and she scores, and she's fouled. So she'll get a chance at a three-point play. She had a nice pass from Vincent, I believe, as she was cutting across and into the lane. Put up a little left-handed layup and drew the contact. So she lines up her free throw, puts it up. It's no good. It's hard off the bat. A little battle for the rebound down low. Off of Stevens, it looks like, and goes out of bounds. Sioux Valley again setting up in a full court press. Hamlin has 4 people on the opposite side of the court looking to break the press. Sioux Valley playing tight. They get it across the 10-second line, and so now they look to set up their offense. Moving the ball around the perimeter and down low. They pass the ball to number 15, Bryn Alson, who missed the ball. Vincent with the rebound and off of a Hamlin player. So it'll be Sioux Valley ball coming the other way. Sioux Valley uncontested on the opposite side of the court. Rodden will bring the ball up the court onto the left wing. Gets the ball over to Stevens at the top of the key. Stevens drives in, dishes the ball off to Miller, who thought better of having the ball on the block and kicked it back out. So they'll set the offense up again. Rodden at the top of the key, directing traffic. Gets the ball over to the right wing to Stevens. Stevens gets the ball back to Rodden, lays it up for a nice little layup for two. That makes your score 6-4 with 6 minutes to go. Sioux Valley leads. Hamlin has the ball now on their side of the court. Kessler looks to drive on the right wing. Kicks it back out. They move the ball down low to Alson. Alson is fouled. She put up a shot, but it was blocked by Stevens, but drew a little contact. So she'll get a chance at a couple of free throws. Again, that's Lexi Wadsworth, a senior forward. Looking to cash in on the foul here. Puts her free throw up, and it's good. She'll get a chance at another one here to tie the ball game up. It's 6-5 right now. Sioux Valley leads. Next shot's up, and she does tie it up. It's 6-6. Sioux Valley forcing the action. Rodden bringing the ball up the court. Has the ball at the top of the key, drives into the lane, kicks it out to Stevens on the left wing. Steven drives into the paint. Gets the ball out back to Rodden. Rodden directing some traffic. Drives to her right. Into the paint. Kicks it out to Stevens for three. A little long. Rebounded by Hamlin. Off to Alson, and they're running with it. This is number 14, Stacia West. Misses the layup. Rebounded by number 15, Bryn Alson. Kicks it back out. Back underneath. Lexi Wadsworth had the ball. She drove in, passed the ball to Bryn Alson, who put up a 5-foot jump shot, and she was fouled. So with 5 minutes to go, she'll get a chance at some extra points. If she makes it, it'll be a 3-point lead for the Hamlin Chargers. Shot up and it's good, but Stacia West leaned into the lane a little too soon, so that shot doesn't count. Sioux Valley ball. We've got to bring the ball across the court. That's Rodden, who tried to hand the ball off to Grantham, and that was picked off by Grantham, who gets to Kessler. Kessler goes up for him, but she misses it. That's rebounded by Alfson. She missed the shot. Another rebound by Wadsworth. She missed the shot. Rodden with the rebound forces the action up the court. Carly Grantham tried to pass the ball down low to Stevens, but it went off the rim. Kessler bringing the ball all the way down the court, going coast to coast. Does a little underneath the basket kind of move. She missed the shot, but she was fouled. So number 23, Logan Kessler, gets a chance for a couple of points here in the game. With 4.5 minutes to go, the score is 8-6. The Hamlin Chargers lead the Sioux Valley Cossacks by 2. Their first free throw is up, and it's good. She'll get a chance at another one. Referees giving their instructions that there's one more shot to go. Kessler gets herself ready, shoots the shot, and it's good. So Sioux Valley bringing the ball up the court. That's Rodden. Drives into the lane, kicks it out over to Stevens. Stevens drives into the lane, gets it to Miller, who kicks it out to Grantham. Grantham looks to get the ball to Miller. Miller has it. She kicks it out to Vincent for three. A little short. Rebounded by Hamlin. Hamlin tries to get a little fast break action going, but Lexi Wadsworth threw that one a little bit long and out of bounds. It'll be Sioux Valley ball. Sioux Valley bringing the ball up the court. The point guard, Cassie Rodden, looking to direct some traffic. She's followed closely by Rachel Miller. Hands the ball off to Grantham. Back to Miller, to Rodden. Rodden dribbles over to the left wing to Grantham for three. She banks it, and it's good. That makes the score 10-9 with 4 minutes to go. Hamlin still leads by 1. Sioux Valley off the made basket, applying some pressure. Hamlin breaks the press. They kick it out to number 15, Bryn Alfson. It's down low to Alfson. She turns around, a little strong post move. She misses it, and the ball goes out of bounds. On the rebound as Wadsworth tried to rebound it, and it went off the back of Alfson. So it'll be Sioux Valley ball. Sioux Valley with a chance to take the lead here. We'll see what they can do. Rodden comes up the court with the ball, gets to the top of the key. Drive to her right. Sees nothing, kicks it out to Stevens. Stevens at the top of the key, gets the ball to Vincent. Vincent drives in, tries to put up a little running 8-foot shot, but she missed it. That was rebounded by Wadsworth. Kessler now has the ball. She passes it. She gets it back. She shoots a three from the left wing. That's a little short. Rebounded by Alfson, I believe. Tried to get the rebound and went out of bounds as she tried to save it off of her own arm. Into the game now is number 5, Kylie Wadsworth. She's in for Stacia West. Sioux Valley bringing the ball up the court now. They get across the half-court line, and at the top of the key is Rodden. Kicks the ball to Grantham. Grantham had a little extra step. She tried to move to her left, and so she traveled. That's a turnover on Sioux Valley. Sioux Valley now applying some full court pressure. It's tipped away by Rodden, out of bounds, but still Charger ball. The Chargers bring the ball in, and they're trying to get it across the half-court line. And they do. They get the ball to Kessler. Kessler kicks it underneath to number 15, Bryn Alfson, for an easy layup. They broke the press. Rodden gets the ball down the court to Stevens. She gets the ball back at the top of the key. Drive to her left. Gets it to Vincent. Vincent to Stevens. Stevens to Miller. Miller back out to Rodden, who drives to her left on the baseline. Goes underneath the basket. Out to Stevens for three, and that one's good. That ties up the ball game, 12-12, with 2:20 to go in your first quarter in our first game between. Oh, Vincent tipped the ball. Got it to Rodden. Rodden gave it back to Vincent. And that gives Sioux Valley the lead, 14-12. Pressure works for Sioux Valley in this instance. Kessler with the ball. Gets it over to Wadsworth. Wadsworth gets it into number 10, Cammie Stevenson, who checked into the game. To Kessler, back down to Wadsworth, who makes a strong post move to her right, but misses it. Rebounded by Stevens. She gets the ball to Rodden. Rodden over to Grantham. Grantham tried to get the ball down low to Miller, but it was Grantham tried to get the ball down to Miller, but it was a little strong and goes out of bounds. She had a hand on it, but couldn't quite corral it. So it'll be Charger ball. With 1:44 to go, the score is 14-12. Sioux Valley has regained the lead. Applying some pressure is Sioux Valley now. Number 10, Lindsay Stevens, had the ball at half court, drove into the lane, and missed a short little jump shot. Grantham has the ball, received it from Rodden. She gets the ball to Stevens. Stevens gets it over to Rodden for an open three from the top of the key, and it's good. Nothing but net on that one. She had all day to take a look at that. That makes the score 17-12, Sioux Valley. Sioux Valley applying the pressure. Kessler has the ball across the court, does a little Euro step in between Vincent and Grantham, and scores two. With 1 minute to go, it's 17-14. The action is fast and furious here. Miller has the ball at the top of the key. They're directing some traffic. They get it to Grantham for three from the right wing. She makes it. 20-14, 1 minute to go. Sioux Valley's kind of having a run here. As Hamlin brings the ball up the court, they kick it out to number 5, Kylie Wadsworth for three, and she answers. Makes your score 17-20 with 38 seconds to go. There's about 5 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. So they can't play for the last shot, but they can eat some clock off of that and sort of pad their lead if they can here, Sioux Valley can. Stevens has the ball on the right side of the wing. Gets it down low to Miller. Miller off her fingertips and into the hands of Wadsworth. Wadsworth gets the ball all the way down to Kylie Wadsworth. And she lays it up and in. The freshman scores two. 10 seconds to go. It's 20-19. Sioux Valley has a chance at a last shot here. Rodden gets the ball down to Grantham. Grantham lays it up and in with 2 seconds to go. The score is 22-19 with a heave last second by Kessler. Is no good. But our score is 22-19. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Sioux Valley Basketball on B93.7. And welcome back to Sioux Valley Basketball on B93.7. This is Herb Woundedhead giving you your play-by-play. Trying to get through the technical difficulties. Something happened out there on the court as we were ready to get started. Must have been something with the clock. Seem to be ready to go now. So, Rodden bringing the ball up the court. Gets it down low to Stevens. Back to Rodden, who drives into the baseline. She's double-teamed. Gets it back out to Stevens. To Vincent for three. Three-pointer is good by Vincent. 25-19 right away. Sioux Valley comes out quickly. Hamlin has the ball, moving it around the perimeter. On the left wing is Wadsworth. She kicks it back out to Stevenson. Stevenson drives into the lane, puts up a little 7-foot jump shot. She missed it, and that's off of Alpson and out of bounds. It's Sioux Valley basketball. Back into the game is Lexi Wadsworth and Kylie Wadsworth, Bryn Alpson, Stacia West, and number 12, Corey Grantham is in the game. For Sioux Valley, we have Rodden, Stevens, Grantham, Vincent, and Miller. Sioux Valley was moving the ball around the perimeter as Stacia West tried to fight through a pick. She fought through a little bit too hard and knocked over one of the Sioux Valley players for a foul. It'll be a non-shooting foul, so Sioux Valley has the ball, trying to inbound it off of underneath their own basket. They get the ball to Granum. Granum did her little stutter step again. That's another turnover. That'll be Hamlin ball. It's a quick little move, but doesn't seem to, not really quite sure what she's doing there, but the refs don't like it. Hamlin moving the ball around the perimeter. Kylie Wadsworth has it now guarded closely by Stevens. They try to get the ball down low to Alson, but it's picked off by Vincent. He gets the ball to Rod, and Vincent dribbles down into the paint. Stevens also has a chance at the paint. Miller rebounds off of the Stevens miss, and the ball is off of Stevens. It'll be Hamlin Charger basketball. Logan Kessler checks back in for Hamlin. She'll be the one bringing the ball in to the court. Bringing the ball up is Chloe Grantham for Sioux Valley. Passes the ball to Kessler, who dribbles over to the right wing. Down to the right baseline is West. West over to Grantham. They get the ball down low to Alson. Alson with a strong move, fouled by Vincent. That'll be a shooting foul. She'll get a chance at a couple. With 6:23 to go, the score is 19 Hamlin to 25 for Sioux Valley. As she gets a chance for her first free throw, it's a little strong and she misses it. So Alson, that's the second foul on Vincent for the game. 25-19 with 6:23 to go in your second quarter and our first game of the doubleheader between Hamlin and Sioux Valley. Sioux Valley pushing the ball quickly up the court is Rodden. Rodden to Miller. Back to Rodden as things get set up. Always looking for a quick scoring opportunity. Miller has the ball on the right wing. She gets it over to Vincent, who shoots for three. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Alson. Alson looks ahead to Wadsworth, but throws it over her head and out of bounds. That'll be Sioux Valley basketball. They tried to go for the fast break, but got a little ahead of themselves, threw the ball out of bounds. Seems to happen, get your adrenaline going and just throw the ball a little bit too strong. Rodden will bring the ball up the court. She passes it to Stevens, but it's picked off by Wadsworth. Wadsworth gets the ball to Alson. Alson lays it up and in for two. Sioux Valley, again, bringing the ball quickly up the court and at the top of the key now that everything is set. Rodden hands the ball off to Stevens. Stevens looking for the cutter Granum, who was guarded closely by Grantham. Rodden to Granum. Granum dribbles to her left. Tries to get the ball to Vincent, but Vincent's covered closely. Vincent drives into the lane, moves to her left, puts up a little running jump shot from about 7 feet off the backboard and misses. It's rebounded by Wadsworth. Wadsworth gets the ball to Kessler, who thought about a three-pointer. She passes that to Carly Granum. That's not Carly Granum. She passes it to Chloe Grantham, who missed the ball. It's rebounded by Rodden. Rodden gets the ball to Vincent. Vincent tried to pass the ball over to Stevens on the other side of the baseline, but that was knocked out of bounds by Alfson. It'll still be Sioux Valley basketball. They'll have it underneath their own basket. And we have a timeout by Hamlin, so we'll take a timeout too. You are listening. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Sioux Valley basketball on B93.7. Welcome back to Sioux Valley basketball. basketball. Sioux Valley inbounds the ball, but they missed the shot. That was a quick timeout. And Hamlin, they took a shot by Vincent, who missed the shot, but brought it back down, and now Hamlin had the ball and they missed. So Sioux Valley has the basketball right now. Here's Lindsay Stevens, who has the ball at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Rodden, who drives into the lane. Looks up. She had an open shot as she drove in, and then everybody kind of cleared away. She missed the shot, and it was rebounded by Wadsworth. Wadsworth drives into the lane, kicks it out, and passes it out, but she gets it back. Little up and over, and she scores 2. That makes your score 25-24. With 4 minutes to go, Sioux Valley leads by 1. Rodden looks back at coach, gives some instructions, and sets up the offense. Stevens has it, passes it over to Vincent. Vincent is guarded closely by number 14. That's Stacia West. Things are getting a little physical out there, it looks like, and Vincent is sort of taking exception to it. Actually, Rodden has the ball from the left wing. She takes a 3. She misses it. West pushes Vincent down, and no call on that. As Hamlin brings the ball down the court, they try to get the ball down to Olsen, but that was knocked away by Graham. Into the game for West is number 5, Kylie Wadsworth, for Hamlin. So Kessler gets the ball inbound to Wadsworth, who passes it to Grantham. Gets it over to Kessler on the right wing for 3. That's in and out. Rebounded by the younger Wadsworth. Underneath the basket, she gets it to the elder Wadsworth, who puts it up and in. That gives Hamlin the lead. It's 26-25 with 3 minutes to go. Rodden bringing the ball up the court, guarded closely by Kessler. Goes to her left. And she gets called for 5 seconds. Kessler was guarding her that whole time. That's not a call you see very often, but that's good defense by Hamlin. And little encouragement from the coach to say, hey, let's get our heads together maybe and see what we can do here. The ball is on the floor. Sioux Valley was applying some pressure. Grantham and Kessler going for the ball. Kessler is the last person to touch it. They're both on the floor. And they call that out of bounds on Kessler. So it'll be Sioux Valley basketball on their side. And we're going to have a timeout. So that's a Sioux Valley timeout. So we'll take a timeout too. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Sioux Valley basketball on B93.7. Welcome back to Sioux Valley basketball in Hamlin, where Sioux Valley and Hamlin have a heck of a game here. It's getting a little physical out there as players are starting to sprawl onto the floor, and it just seems to be a little bit rougher than when we started out. Sioux Valley has the basketball. They try to inbound it to Vincent. Vincent, it's knocked away by Wadsworth in that. Having a little feedback here. Sorry about that. We'll try to get that sorted out as we go. Sioux Valley has the ball. Miller passes it to Grantham, but that's knocked away by Grantham. Out of bounds, still staying Sioux Valley basketball. We got 2:46 to go. The score is 25 Sioux Valley to 26 Hamlin. Grantham drives into the lane. She tries to kick it back out to Rodden, but that's knocked away by Wadsworth. Kessler has the ball directing traffic. She gets it back on the left wing. Drives down to the left baseline. Guarded closely by Grantham. She gets the ball down low. They swing it around the perimeter to Wadsworth. Wadsworth drives into the lane, kicks it back out to Grantham, who shoots 3 from the top of the key, and it's good. That makes your score 29-25 with 2 minutes to go. Sioux Valley gets the ball quickly across the court. Rodden will direct traffic. She's at the top of the key. She moves to her right, passes the ball to Granum, who drives into the lane, kicks it out to Stevens. Stevens drives into the lane. She shoots a little layup, but she is fouled. And that's a shooting foul. She is going up strong and to the hoop. That foul is on Lexi Wadsworth. That's her first foul of the contest. So she'll get a chance at a couple of free throws. Her first shot is up. It's off a little bit to the right. So she doesn't make that one. Stacia West checks back into the game for Elfson. Stevens will have another chance at a free throw. That shot's up. It's a little strong and no good. So Kessler rebounds the ball and she brings it across the court. She moves it over to Grantham. Grantham gets the ball down to Wadsworth. Wadsworth kicks it back out to Kessler for three. A little short. Rebounded by Stevens. Stevens picked up her dribble, but she gets it to Rodden. Rodden gets it quickly across. She drives down into the lane on the block. She makes a little move. She puts it up and in. And it's good. It's 29-27 with a minute and a half to go in the first half of your first game of a doubleheader between the Hamlin Chargers and Sioux Valley Cossacks. Grantham drives into the lane. She's guarded. Runs into Vincent. Puts up a shot that was blocked. West had a chance at a 15-footer. It's rebounded by Wadsworth, who puts it up and in on the rebound. Rodden passes the ball to Grantham. Grantham moves quickly down the court, but she was fouled by Grantham, I believe. A little push, a little hand contact. Yep, that foul was on Grantham. As things go by here, Sioux Valley has the basketball underneath. They'll try to inbound it under their own basket. Stevens cuts into the lane. There's Miller wide open. He's blocked from behind by Wadsworth and out of bounds. With a minute, we'll say a minute 10, a minute 9 to be specific. It's 31-27. Hamlin leads by 4. Sioux Valley has the basketball though. They inbound it to Rodden. Rodden tries to pass the ball to Grantham. Grantham picked it off. Grantham makes a move, gets all the way down to the basket, and lays it up and in. It's good. Fast break opportunity for Hamlin. They've had a couple of those in this game. That's kind of been the difference. It's 33-27. 6-point lead for Sioux Valley. Rodden directing traffic, hands it off to Grantham. Grantham passes the ball to Stevens. Stevens was run into by Grantham as she received the ball. And that's a foul on Grantham. That's her second foul of the contest. In for her is Cammie Stevenson, the sophomore for Hamlin. So Miller will bring the ball inbound. She'll look to pass it in. She gets it to Grantham, who has the ball at the top of the key. She gets it to Rodden. Rodden to Grantham. Grantham to Stevens. Stevens on the right wing. Gets it to Grantham, who lays it up. She was fouled by Wadsworth. Nice little set play and the end in the round sort of thing. They tried to little skip pass down low. She had an opportunity, but she just missed it just a little bit, but she was fouled. So that's 33-27. Grantham will get a chance at a couple of free throws. Her first free throw is up, off to the right a little bit. No good. Couple of substitutions here for Sioux Valley. In is number 32, Perry Lidke, for Stevens. And I can't see the number around the other person. That's number 33, Abby Schneider, who's in for Vincent. Grantham made her second free throw. It's 33-28 with 30 seconds to go. Kessler is looking to take the last shot. They're just dribbling, passing the ball around. Kessler gave it to Stevenson, back to Kessler. Now Grantham guards her a little closely. There's 10 seconds to go. Wadsworth has the ball. Gets the ball back over to Kessler. Kessler down to Stevenson. Shoots three from the right wing. Right baseline. It's no good. Rebounded by Wadsworth. She puts a shot up, and it's no good. So it's halftime here in our first game of a doubleheader between Sioux Valley and the Hamlin Chargers. We will take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back to talk a little bit about some of the action here in the basketball game. Give you some statistics and some other information. So again, we'll be back in 3 minutes. You are listening to Sioux Valley Basketball on B93.7. Welcome back to Hamlin in our first game of a doubleheader between the Hamlin Chargers and the Sioux Valley Cossacks. I believe this is a regional game. I'm not sure if they're in the same conference or not, but it's an important one as both teams only have one loss and looking to improve their records, each of them. The game has been pretty fast-paced. It's 33-28. Hamlin went on a little bit of a run there at the end with some fast break hoops. They were able to break the press of Sioux Valley on a pretty regular basis, and some good rebounding. I don't have rebound numbers, but I would guess just from what we've seen that rebounds are strongly favoring Hamlin at this point in time. The game has been back and forth for the most part, except for the last couple of minutes. Hamlin had taken sort of control of the game with some fast break opportunities, which seems to be what Sioux Valley has relied on late in their other games, is to be able to press and force the action and let the other team make mistakes. But at this point in time, Hamlin isn't making mistakes. They're capitalizing on a lot of what's going on. So your scoring leaders for Hamlin is Lexi Wadsworth. She has 10 points. Logan Kessler has 4 points. And the other leader is number 5, Kylie Wadsworth, who has 5 points. At least that's what's up on the board that they have. The other leaders for Sioux Valley is Rodden has 9 points, and Grantham has 9 points. those are your leaders for Sioux Valley. So as the game looks to see what's going on in the second half, we'll probably see some defensive adjustments, and maybe Sioux Valley will look to turn things around as their fast break and press doesn't seem to be working out the way it usually has. And I'm watching some of the people shoot their three-pointers. They put in $1, and if they make it, they get a soda. And there was a young man who was a crowd favorite who just missed one off the back of the rim. So the score again is your home team, Hamlin Chargers, has 33, and Sioux Valley, the Cossacks, have 28. We're going to take a break. We're going to say thanks to, or give an opportunity for some of our sponsors and people who support Sioux Valley basketball to tell you a little bit about some of their products and services that they have to offer. So we'll take a break, a 3-minute break. We will be back to action here at Hamlin, the home, or out in Haytide, home of the Hamlin Chargers. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Sioux Valley basketball on B93.7. Welcome back to Hamlin, and you're listening to Sioux Valley basketball. You have heard Wounded Head. That's me bringing you the play-by-play. And back at the home station, 93.7 on the board is our technical producer, Matt Olson, helping us out, bringing you a live basketball here from Hamlin. And our second half is just about to get underway. starters seem to be the same for Hamlin as they bring out Wadsworth, Grantham, West, Elson, and Kessler. And for Sioux Valley, who just broke the huddle, looks like they have their same starting five out there with Rodden, Stevens, Grantham, Vincent, and Miller. Hamlin will have the ball to start the second half. Kessler has the ball. She passes it to Grantham. Grantham gets it to West, to Wadsworth. They try to get the ball down low to Olsen, but that's knocked away by Stevens. Kessler receives the ball. She drives into the lane. It does a little layup, but she missed it. That was rebounded by Wadsworth and put back up and in. Rebounding again seems to be the key. Stevens had the ball that was passed to her by Rodden. And she sort of mishandled it. They get the ball to Miller. Stevens has it on the right wing, gets it to Rodden at the top of the key. Rodden gets the ball to Vincent. Vincent to Miller on the right wing. Miller looking for help. She gets it to Rodden on the right baseline. Rodden drives into the paint. Passes it to Stevens on the left wing. Out to Miller. Miller to Stevens. Stevens from the right wing shoots a three-pointer. A little strong. Rebounded by Kessler, who will bring the ball up the court. Your score is 35-28. Hamlin leads this ball game. Wadsworth from the left wing shoots a three, but that's way long. And it's rebounded by Rodden. Will bring the ball up the court quickly. Passes it to Vincent from the right wing. She shoots a three. That's a little strong. Rebounded by Wadsworth. Wadsworth brings the ball up the court. Minute and a half already passed in this, and nobody stops Wadsworth, so she just drives into the lane and puts up a layup. That's 37-28, and Coach Grantham looks to stop the action a little bit. I think that's a 30-second timeout. So we will keep it here for the time being. Hamlin scored 4 unanswered points to make the score 37-28. And your scoring leaders, again, for Hamlin is number 4. That's Lexi Wadsworth. She has 14 points, followed by Alson, who has 9, and Grantham, who has 5. For Sioux Valley, a little more distributed scoring. You've got 9 points for Rodden, 9 points for Grantham, 7 points for Stevens. So those are your scoring leaders for this game. It'll be Sioux Valley basketball after the coast-to-coast action by Wadsworth from Hamlin. Rodden brings the ball up the court. She drives into the lane, gets it back out to Vincent. Vincent gets the ball to Miller. Miller over to Rodden on the right wing. They're moving the ball around the perimeter. Grantham took a shot from the three-point lane, but it was blocked by Grantham. Vincent caught the rebound. Stevens, left side, drives into the lane, and she is fouled by Wadsworth, I believe. That might be her third foul. Yep, she got her with a little hip contact, a little push. That's her third foul. She might have to be careful as the game goes on. Stevens gets a chance for a couple of free throws, makes her first one. Makes the score 37-29 with 6:01 to go in the third quarter. Stevens gets a chance at a second free throw. Her shot is up, and it's good. 37-30. Sioux Valley looking to press a little bit. Wadsworth gets the ball to Kessler. It's a person-to-person press now. Kessler guarded by Grantham. Gets the ball over to Alson on the right wing. She's guarded by Miller. Miller to West, to Kessler on the left wing now. Got a couple of cutters going through the lane. She gets the ball to Grantham at the top of the key. To West. West gets the ball down low to Alson, who took a little shot, but she hit it short, and it was rebounded by Stevens and Alson at the same time. Possession arrow goes Sioux Valley's way, so it's Sioux Valley basketball. Looking to make up a little bit of ground here, Sioux Valley is. Rodden has the ball at the top of the key. They're giving her plenty of room. Stevens has the ball on the right wing. Oh, looking to pass the Grand. Rodden was wide open underneath, but they didn't get her the ball. Looking to run another set play here. Rodden, the top of the key, dribbles to her right. Gets the ball back to Grantham, who drives into the lane, kicks it out to Miller for 3 from the left baseline. Little strong, rebounded by Kessler. Kessler brings the ball quickly up the court. Passes the ball over to Wadsworth. Wadsworth has the ball on the right wing. She dribbles to the top of the key. Back to Kessler on the right wing, looking to get the ball down low to West. Guarded Kessler passes to Wadsworth. Looks like we got a timeout. That's a 30-second timeout. But we'll take a minute break. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Sioux Valley Basketball on B93.7. Welcome back to Sioux Valley Basketball on B93.7. Sioux Valley on their inbound play had put down the shot clock, and it's Sioux Valley Basketball, so that's a turnover for them. Sioux Valley has the ball. Rodden directing traffic. Hamlin uses a man-to-man defense pretty effectively in this game. Vincent has the ball at the top of the key. He gets the ball to Rodden. Vincent at the top of the key now. She dribbles in on her left. She drives in strong to the hoop, but she is fouled. I think by Alfson, got in her way, but she was not set. And that is her first personal foul of the game. But there will be a substitution by Hamlin. Stevens has a chance at a couple of free throws. She misses the first one. Into the game now is Cammie Stevenson, the sophomore. She comes in for Stacia West, the junior. And she gets lined up on the baseline. Stevens has a chance at another free throw, and she makes that one. So now it's a 6-point lead for Hamlin. It's 37-31 with 4:06 to go. A little person-to-person pressure applied by Stevens on Kessler. They had her trapped in the corner, but she got the ball to Wadsworth. Wadsworth dribbling down. She stops at the top of the key, gets the ball to Grantham. Grantham gets it down low to Alfson, who is quickly double-teamed. Sioux Valley in a zone defense now, trying to stop that interior post play by Hamlin. Alfson has the ball, gets it with the Grantham. Grantham over to Stevenson, who got the ball down low to Wadsworth, and she scored a layup for two. That's 39-31. Hamlin leads. Wadsworth has the ball at the top of the key, drives into the paint. She's guarded closely by two folks, gets the ball to Vincent. Vincent, a little low pass, kind of mishandled the ball a little bit, but she regained it and gets the ball back to Rodden. Rodden has the ball at the top of the key, passes it to Stevens, who drives into the lane, puts up a little shot off the backboard, gets her own rebound, kicks it back out to Rodden. Stevens again trying to drive around Stevenson. Gets the ball out. She has the ball back. Shoots a three-pointer, and it's good. Just beats the shot clock. It's 39-34. 2:55 to go. There were so many passes going on down there. Things happen pretty quickly. Now Hamlin moves the ball, breaks the press, gets the ball down to Alfson, who goes around Vincent. She puts up a layup for two. 41-34, 2:40 to go in the third quarter. Grantham has the ball, kicks it out to Vincent. Vincent looks for Rodden. Rodden drives into the lane, kicks that out to Stevens. Stevens drive two, kicks the ball out to Miller. She shoots from the right baseline, a little strong. Rebounded by Rodden. Oh, taken away by Wadsworth. I thought she had it. The post got in the way. Hamlin running the break. Wadsworth passes the ball to Alfson, and Alfson puts the ball up and in, and she was fouled by Vincent, I believe. The shot counts. Maybe she was fouled by Miller. Yep, that's Miller's first foul. Hamlin running the fast break pretty effectively in this game. She'll get a chance at her free throw off the front of the rim and in. Vincent gets the ball to Rodden. Rodden brings the ball up the court. Rodden directing traffic. getting some instructions from Coach Granum. Carly Granum has the ball, passes it to Vincent. Vincent at the top of the key. Gets the ball back to Rodden. Rodden to Granum. Granum to Miller. Miller back to Granum for three. And she makes it. She's about 2 feet behind the three-point line on the right wing. And she sunk that one in. So it's 44-37. 7-point lead for Hamlin. Sioux Valley set up again in the zone defense, trying to defend against some of that interior post play. Wadsworth has it on the left wing. She uses her shoulder to push into Stevens and put up a shot that was short. That's one way to do it. Rodden brings the ball quickly up the court, passes it to Stevens from the left baseline. Nails the three. It's 44-40 with 1:20 to go. Sioux Valley moving the ball around effectively and changing that zone defense, which seems to have limited what they can do down low. Hamlin can. So Wadsworth has the ball. She passes it to Stevens. Stevens to Alfson. Alfson gets to Wadsworth. She passes the ball. That's up and in. Strong pass play, moving the ball around down low, and Wadsworth had set up pretty quickly. Vincent for three. She misses it. It's rebounded by Alfson, but she's fouled from behind by Miller. Miller, that's her second foul of the game. Miller kind of went up for the ball too and just gave her a little shove from behind. Not on purpose. No fouls on purpose. My goodness. I had a coach one time tell me that. Well, he didn't do it on purpose, so maybe it doesn't count. You know, like pickup basketball. Kessler has the ball. She dribbles to the top of the key, kicks it over to Wadsworth, the younger Wadsworth. Kessler over to Alfson. Alfson back to West, who's checked into the game. To the elder Wadsworth. Hamlin moving the ball around the perimeter. The elder Wadsworth puts up a three, but it's rebounded by the other Wadsworth. They get the ball down low to Kessler. Kessler was fouled from behind by Vincent. I think got her on the arm. She had her posted up, and she just moved around her. Nope, they're going to call that on Miller. I didn't think Miller was down there. Oh well. So they bring the ball in. Alston has the ball. She gets that to West. West dribbles in just a little bit, and now Kessler has the ball, and they're looking for the last shot. There's 16 seconds to go. They move up to press Kessler a little bit. Kessler dribbling around. She goes off to the right wing, gets the ball to Alfson. Alfson down low to Wadsworth. Out to the elder Wadsworth for three. Off the mark and out of bounds with 3.2 seconds to go. Sioux Valley have a chance at trying to minimize this lead a little bit. Rodden will bring the ball inbounds. Hamlin applying some pressure. Stevens has the ball, gets it back to Rodden. Rodden's going to heave it down. Oh, look to pass it to Granum, but no good. So that's the end of the third quarter. Your score is 46-40. Hamlin leads the Sioux Valley Cossacks by 6 points. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Sioux Valley Basketball on B93.7. Back from the break, we're into our fourth quarter. In our first game of a doubleheader, the Sioux Valley girls are down by 6 points. They're looking to change their fortunes here in the last 8 minutes of this ball game. Kessler has the ball on the right wing for Hamlin. It's Hamlin ball at this point in time. They're on the far side of the court. Wadsworth drives into the court, looks to do a little Euro step around Miller, but it didn't work. Alfson gets the rebound, puts up a shot, and she misses it, and it's no good. Back out to Wadsworth for three. A little short and off the mark, rebounded by Rodden. Rodden gets the ball over to Vincent. Vincent drives Down into the paint, she's cut off by Wadsworth. Gets it back to Stevens, back to Rodden at the top of the key. Rodden gets the ball to Granum, Granum to Miller. Miller to Rodden. They move the ball around the perimeter. Granum has it. She had West beat, but little help from Alfson there to cut her off. Rodden drove into the lane a little bit. Granum for three. A little short. Rebounded by Kessler. Hamlin bringing the ball up the court. Get across the 10-second line. 1 minute has gone off the mark here. Wadsworth has the ball. Gets a nice little skip pass down low to Alfson. Just over the outstretched hands of Stevens. And she puts up an easy two. It's 48-40. The post play has been the difference here in this ball game. Rodden has the ball on the perimeter. Gets it to Granum on the right baseline. Gets it back out to Rodden, who shoots a three. It's a little short. Miller with a nice rebound. And she was fouled, it looks like. As she came down with the ball, somebody got a little close. That was on Kylie Wadsworth. That's her first foul of the game, so it'll be Sioux Valley basketball. We're not in any one-on-one situation yet. Rodden will inbounds the basketball to Vincent. She gets the ball back from Vincent on the right baseline. She dribbles around, and the ball was stolen away from her by Kessler. Kessler brings the ball up the court. Dribbles to her right, kicks it back out to Alfson, who dribbles around, does a little up and over around Miller and scores. It's a 10-point lead now. It's 50-40. Hamlin leads Sioux Valley. Rodden looks to drive into the paint, but she thought better of it. Gets the ball out to Miller. Miller looking down low to Granum, who was cutting in the back door. It didn't work. Stevens has the ball. She dribbles around the way around Kessler onto the left block. She passes the ball back out to Rodden, who shot from the elbow of the free throw line and missed it. That was rebounded by Alfson, who gets the ball to the younger Wadsworth. Stevens picked the ball off just a little bit. Almost had a steal. Alfson dribbles, drives into the lane around Miller, and she scored a little easy layup. The score is now 52-40 with 5:36 to go. Hamlin leads. It's kind of a full gymnasium here. There's not a whole lot of places to sit on the home side, and there's not a whole lot of places to sit on the visitor side. So this is quite the ball game we've got here. Rodden bringing the ball up the court was almost tipped away by Stevens. Grantham, who was guarding her closely. Stevens has the ball, dribbles into her left, does a little inside post move, puts up a shot in the paint, little 5-footer, but it was off the mark and rebounded by Alfson. Alfson will bring the ball up the court. She passes the ball down to West, who kicks it back out to Alfson for three, and she makes it. It's a 15-point lead now for Hamlin. Hamlin is just on fire at this point in time. So Coach Granum will call a timeout, and we'll take a timeout too. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Sioux Valley Basketball on B93.7. And that's the end of the timeout, as the game is now 55-40 still. With 5 minutes to go, Sioux Valley took a timeout and looking to slow things down here a little bit. Hamlin has just been on a tear lately. So Stevens has the ball now for Sioux Valley. Gets the ball back out to Vincent at the top of the key. Vincent drives around Wadsworth. She's double teamed by Wadsworth and Alston. Rodden now has the ball back out at the top of the key. She's guarded closely by Grantham, rather. And there's just a few seconds left, and they get the ball to Grantham, who shoots a three-pointer, and it's up and in good. 55-43. Trying to make their way back here with a little bit of pressure. Grantham beats that pressure. Get the ball to Wadsworth. Wadsworth drives into the lane, puts up a little 5-footer. Ran into Vincent on the shooting, but Vincent didn't quite have her space there, so it'll be a couple of free throw opportunities for her. Wadsworth drove into the lane, and Vincent cut her off, but she didn't quite have her feet set, so she got called for the foul. The free throw uses most of the real estate of the rim and goes in and good. Little shooter's touch, or causes that free throw to go in. 56-43. Wadsworth has 17 points now, 18 points for the game. Grantham brings the ball, passes it to Miller. Miller dribbles into the lane, kicks it back out to Stevens. Stevens hands the ball back off to Rodden. Rodden gets the ball to Vincent. Vincent has the ball from the right key. She shoots a free three-pointer, but she misses it. Grantham heaves the ball all the way down the court on the rebound to Wadsworth, who was streaking down the floor, but she threw it a little too strong. Might want to put a little loft on that. Give her a little heave-ho. She must have seen the Alabama game last night, that last play, and wanted to make something happen. Sioux Valley has the ball. Rodden dribbles across the court. She has it on the right wing. Gets it to Grantham. Grantham has the ball on the right baseline. Gets it back to Stevens. Stevens is open. She shoots a three-pointer. A little short. It goes out of bounds. Hamlin basketball. Sioux Valley's going to apply some full court pressure now. Looks like Stevens will guard the ball. Wadsworth will try to get the ball inbound. She gets it to Kessler. Kessler guarded by Vincent. Vincent over to Wadsworth. They're still on their opposing side of the court. Grantham comes up closely guarding Kessler. They barely get it. I don't know if they did get it across, but not according to the shot clock. Anyway, they got the ball down low to West, and West laid it up and in, and it was good. And they break the press. Vincent has the ball, dribbles down the left baseline, kicks it back out to Miller at the top of the key. Rodden drives into the paint. Tries to go for a layup. It's blocked by Alfson. She passes the ball to Miller. Miller back out to Stevens. Stevens hands the ball back over to Rodden. Stevens sets a pick for Rodden. Gets it back to Stevens. Stevens drives into the lane. Gets it back out to Rodden, who shoots a three. And it's no good. Vincent and Miller tried to get the rebound, but Wadsworth kind of blocked her out. Vincent went down into the floor hard. I'm not sure if she's going to be okay. She's up. Looks like she's limping a little bit. Grantham bringing the ball up the court, guarded by Grantham. She goes all the way down the lane, coast to coast, and she makes the layup. She was fouled by Carly Grantham, I think. Or no, they called that on number 15, but we don't have a 15. I don't think there's a 15 out there. Oh no, caught it on somebody else. Must have been a pick. So that shot didn't count. It's 59-43. Hamlin leads by 16 with 2:26 to go. Kessler guarding Rodden closely. Rodden dribbles around, gets a pick from Miller. She shoots up about a 10-foot jump shot. It was a little strong. Alfson had the rebound. She passes it to Kessler. Kessler, who decides to slow things down a little bit. Guarded by Grantham. Grantham guarding her closely. They're still in the zone, so Rodden comes out to guard her. They get the ball down low to Alfson. Alfson goes up for a little layup, but she was fouled. That down low interior post play is tough for Hamlin. They are just getting the ball down low, getting easy buckets, especially in this second half where they've been able to beat the press and just get down low. Alfson misses her first free throw. In the game for Grantham, for Hamlin is Stevenson. Cameron Stevenson, the sophomore, number 10, comes into the game. Alfson gets a chance at her second free throw. That's up, and it's strong and no good. Rebounded by Rodden. Rodden brings the ball up the court. Passes it off to Stevens. She gets it back. looks to direct some traffic. Stevens has the ball, gets it back, a little pick and roll, give and go. Shoots a little 7-footer, and it's good. So Hamlin will bring the ball up the court. It's 59-45. Hamlin leads. Kessler has the ball. She gets it to Wadsworth. Wadsworth dribbles down, passes it to Olfson. Olfson puts the ball up and good. 61-45 with 1:25 to go. Sioux Valley basketball here. Rodden has the ball at the top of the key. Passes it over to Stevens on the right wing. Some pick and roll going on, and offensive foul called on Sioux Valley. They called the foul on Vincent. Must have pushed off. They said she pushed off. A couple of substitutions now for Sioux Valley. Ellie Schmidt is in the game. Perry Lidke is in. Abby Schneider checks in. Almost a concession now as you bring some people off the bench. And Hamlin will do the same. Number 20, McKenna Prouty checks into the game. 25 points for Alpson. Wadsworth has 18. Both down low scoring, so they're making some wholesale changes here to finish off this game. The score is 61-45 with 1:13 to go. Number 30 has the ball. That is Mara Sprang. She's a senior. And we tried to get the ball down low. That was picked off. Sioux Valley has the ball. They get the ball to number 20, who shoots a three, but that's strong and good. That was Rylan Willis, the freshman. That was rebounded by number 11, Miranda Lackness, the senior. Willis tried to tip that away, and she did. She tipped it, and it was out of bounds on Lackness. So Sioux Valley basketball with 55 seconds to go. The score is 61-45. They get the ball down low to Schneider. Goes up strong, and she was fouled by McKenna Prouty. Yep, on the arm. So Abby Schneider will get a chance at a couple of free throws. She puts the ball up. Off the right a little bit, no good. So Hamlin just started to pull away in this game when they started to go down low. That post play by them. Schneider's second shot is no good. Hamlin has the ball, and they're bringing it down the court. Miranda Lackness directing traffic. She's guarded closely by Willis. Ellie Schmidt knocked the ball away there for a second. I think it went out of bounds. Sioux Valley ball. Nope, Hamlin ball still. Oh, nope, they're going to call her with a foul. She pushed her from behind. Another substitution, Alicia Vanderwall is into the game for Sioux Valley. She comes in for Perry Lidke. So we're into the bonus now, so a 1-on-1 opportunity for Peyton Lackness. For Hamlin, that's a little strong and no good, but that was rebounded by Sioux Valley, but picked off by Peyton Lackness, who was fouled by Ellie Schmidt. So she'll get a chance at a free throw. Her first one's up. A little strong, no good. Rebounded by McKenna Prouty. A little scrum on the floor that's corralled by Ellie Schmidt, who dribbles down to the left. Lost control of the ball. Sioux Valley basketball. Schneider had the ball. She dribbled it, passed it down to number 14 and took the shot. That was Taylor Young, whose shot was a little bit strong. As we move down the program here, getting some new players and new faces in. Ashton Abraham comes in. Taylor Coisty is in for Hamlin. Both those players for Hamlin. Got 15 seconds to go. 61-45 is your score. And Hamlin has the ball on their side of the court, moving the ball around the perimeter. The ball, trying to get the ball down low. Number 32 has the ball for them, Taylor Coisty, who shoots a shot, but it's no good. And that's the end of your ball game. 61-45, Hamlin comes away with the win. Your score